Hi and welcome back to Ask the Pendulum, a little series we do where we ask the pendulum all kinds of interesting questions, and we have a brand new set of questions today, and the pendulum is saying yes. Are you ready, dear pendulum? And that's a yes. Okay, now show me no. Perfect. Now show me I don't know. Perfect. It goes round and round. Ooh, these are about human destiny and collective evolution. And the pendulum's saying yes. And I haven't even read the question yet. Is humanity moving towards a single global consciousness? And that's a no. Okay, so I'm not going to ask it any follow-up questions. And it's a hard no. Are you sure, dear pendulum? And that's a big fat no. Okay. Are major historical turning points guided by unseen factors? Okay, so is that our soul contracts? Yes, of course. And is that our spirit guides? Yes. And is that the divine or source or God? Yes. So all those things can affect history. Yes. Okay, that's interesting. Do certain generations arrive with collective missions? Yes. Okay. Gosh, I don't want to call anybody out. So how about our newer, let's just put it this way, newer generation supposed to blow apart lines like gender lines and dressing and stuff like that? Yep, that's cool. And did that get started with the sexual revolution in the 70s? Okay, that's a no. Did that just get started recently? And that's a teeny tiny yes. Okay, that's pretty cool. Is humanity currently in a state of accelerated evolution? And that's it's like a teeny tiny yes. But it's kind of shaking, so is there more to it, dear pendulum? And that's a yes. I don't know what else to ask it. Okay, are we accelerating faster than previous generations? Okay, so yes. Is that just how it's supposed to be? Yeah. Is it a temporary acceleration? And that's a no. Okay, interesting. Will future humans understand reality very differently than we do? Yes. Okay. So will they have more knowledge of, say, the divine? Yes. And will they have more knowledge about extraterrestrials? And that's a yes. Will they have more knowledge about the way that spirit works and soul contracts and stuff like that? Yeah. Will they come in with this knowledge? Yeah. Why can't we remember stuff like that? And saying no. I know, you can't tell me. Was that what we signed up for? And that's a yes. Okay. Are great innovations discovered rather than invented? And that's like a no answer. Is there more to it than that? And that's a teeny tiny yes. Okay. Is humanity remembering something that it once knew? Okay, can you be more vague than that? Is humanity remembering its purpose? Okay. Did everybody used to know their purpose? Yeah. Did we forget collectively? Yes. And was that on purpose? Okay. Are global changes catalyst for collective growth? And it's saying yes. Okay, so is that like big, huge things like 9/11 and stuff like that? Collective growth. Like the Holocaust. Because that's what they say. Yeah. I just got a heavy feeling. Will cooperation eventually outweigh competition on Earth? And that's a no. That's a big fat no too. Why? Are we moving in that direction? That's a teeny tiny yes. Oh, that's too bad. These are about hidden knowledge and forgotten truths. Is there knowledge that humanity once possessed and later forgot? Yes. Okay. Is that like about star people? How ancient people, they just sort of took star people for granted? Yeah. So what we know as ancient gods and goddesses really star people? Yeah. Okay, that's a trip. Are some discoveries waiting for the right moment to emerge? That's a little yes. Have important truths been hiding in plain sight? Yep. Okay, I don't even know what to ask it about that one. Like things we take for granted? Yeah. Like things even in the Bible? Yeah. Interesting. Do myths preserve fragments of forgotten history? Yes. And we talked about this, like dragons. Yes. And what else? Like gods and goddesses? Yeah. What else? Like other stuff in ancient Egypt? Yeah. What about Greek mythology? Yeah. So is there truth in all that stuff? Yeah. Is it true like word for word? No. Interesting. Are symbols capable of carrying knowledge across the ages? And that's a yes. Okay, so like the peace sign? Yeah, and like the triangle, because we talked about that. And what other symbols? Like the Ankh, the ancient Egyptian Ankh. So if you have an Ankh, say for example, and you don't know exactly what it means, will some part of you understand the knowledge? Yes. Oh my gosh, that's a trip. What about like the evil eye? Yeah, that's really cool. Does humanity misunderstand or underestimate ancient wisdom? Yeah, you bet we do. I know, we think we're so smart, right? Interesting. Are there undiscovered libraries of significant knowledge? And that's a no. And that's a strong no. Wow, what a trip. Okay. Do some mysteries remain hidden intentionally? And that's a yes. Is there a deeper meaning behind symbols that recur throughout history? Yes, like the swastika, right? And it's like not necessarily a bad sign, right? I know it meant something in like ancient Asia or something. I know it's not necessarily, it's like a powerful sign, but not necessarily a negative one. Is that true? And is there a reason That's what the question is saying. That it came up again in history. Is it so we don't forget the true meaning? Okay, I'm gonna pop the true meaning right there because I forget what it is. And are there other symbols like that? Yeah. So like the pyramid or the triangle, stuff like that. That's such a trip. Okay, last question. Will lost knowledge appear in modern forms? And that's a no answer, but it's shaken. So is there more to it, dear Pendulum? Yeah. Okay, well, that was an interesting one to end on. Thank you, dear Pendulum, and thank you, dear viewer. And please remember, this is for fun and entertainment purposes only. And please like and subscribe. And until the next time, many, many blessings.